Hey, what's up everybody? Vince here. Hope you are having a fantastic day. And here are some essentials that I personally, as a driver, am going to be carrying with me and highly recommend that you do the same, especially if you're able to still get your hands on some of these supplies. I was lucky enough that I already stock up on some of these just for general use around the house. First and foremost, disinfectant wipes. A must-have, an absolute must-have, especially if somebody coughs in your car. Now, hopefully you're able to find some somewhere. One thing I personally will not use is Lysol spray. I do not want to be breathing in the fumes from the Lysol, nor have any lingering fumes for my riders to breathe in. Although, it could heal the virus, possibly if we're breathing it in and getting it in our lungs. But hopefully, we're never going to be in that situation. However, doing what we do, we are at a greater risk. Another essential, if I've got a rider that gets in and they don't have a cough and all of a sudden they have a cough, please wear a face mask. Not me, because I'm not the one coughing. So, it's for my riders. You know, if they start coughing, I'm going to say, please put this on so you're not spreading your germs all over my vehicle. Because for that, you know, that could get me infected if I'm out there and you're coughing. Which brings me to a different point altogether. For you riders that are coughing, please don't use Rideshare. We don't have the same protection that cabs have. Cabs have that plastic shield between the back and front seats. We don't. And I'm sure there may be some drivers out there that might disagree with me on promoting the use of taxi cabs. However, at this time, for the safety of all, I think most drivers will agree with me on this point, because I have a family. I've got a wife and children that I love very much. And I believe many of you also have wives and children's, or husbands and children's, as we're both men and women out here on the road driving. So please, don't put us at risk. Don't put our following passengers at risk. Yes, I'm going to clean my car between riders. So, you know, that's the best I can do for my own protection and the protection of my riders. Another essential, if someone does cough and is contained in the back seat, hopefully, but it may not be, gloves. I will absolutely be putting on gloves to use while I am cleaning my vehicle and disposing of them. Another thing, you know, if riders don't want to use the face mask, please hand them a tissue. Tell them, you know, tissues are available. Please grab a tissue and cough into the tissue, and then dispose of the tissue immediately afterwards, but not in my vehicle. Put it in your pocket and bring it with you and dispose of it somewhere else. I don't want it left in my vehicle. You know, and real important for me is another essential that I have in my vehicle at all times: hand sanitizer. You really can't beat it, you know, and it's great to have. Use it constantly, before rides, after rides. Use it. You know, if someone coughs and they're in my car, I'm going to put a squirt of that on my hand immediately and rub it around my steering wheel, just to have the best possibility of killing any germs that may get on there. You know, this virus is a tricky one. It's a smart one. You know, the spikes on those spores attach themselves to your cells and insert their DNA into your DNA, tricking your body into thinking that they are part of your DNA, so that your body cannot fight them. So it's super deadly. You know, there's no mistaking that. Another thing that I have, and I'll tell people I'm carrying with me, are cough drops. You know, I let people know as they're getting in, hey, I've got cough drops available. If you think you might have a tickle in your throat or might cough, this will help you not cough during the ride in my car. And I appreciate if you take one. Not to be offensive, but to be protective. Last thing we want to do is be offensive towards our riders. And I don't think they'll take offense to that during this time. But for all those of you that are out there doing rideshare, like I am, I'm doing it out of necessity. I need the income to support my family. I don't really have much of a choice. If I did have a choice and this was just simply extra income, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm not that heroic. Sorry, but I'm not. I don't like the fact that this is putting my family at risk every time I go out on the road. And for those of you that can afford not to do this and stay at home and not have to worry about the loss of the income, stay home. Protect yourselves, protect your families. Maybe the rideshare industry will do the next right thing for those of us that are out on the road, and they'll raise the rates temporarily, or the government will step in somehow and say, here's a little extra for you guys that are out there risking your lives during this time. Because we may not be emergency personnel, but while we're out driving right now, we are risking our lives if we're over 50 years old like I am. That's something to think about. Especially you riders out there. We're putting our lives at risk to give you your rides right now because we don't know who you've been in contact with, who they've been in contact with, and so on and so on and so on. Please take that into consideration and be nice to your drivers. If they're giving you a good ride, a tip wouldn't hurt because rides are down right now. If you can afford to help them out like that. I'm not going to ask any of my riders for tips. I never do. Never have and I never will. But just something to keep in mind. That those of us that are out driving right now, we're not making anywhere near as much money as we used to make. And a tiny bit extra, if it's affordable, wouldn't hurt. So, everyone be safe out there. Have a fantastic day and peace out.